Hello, 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 and welcome back to another stream on the Haunted Hippie channel. Once again, just for kicks. Yep, the mic is on. We are live, everybody. And tonight is, I think, our third round of Tipsy Tuesday trivia nights. I'm pretty sure, and I'm stoked. Today we are discussing 2010's paranormal horror. That is the theme of the day. Hopefully you caught on to that and maybe you got to study up a little bit. Either way, you gotta have the quickest fingers in the wild, wild west in the chat. I'm pretty stoked on tonight's trivia because a lot of it was actually stuff that I didn't know. I did keep some things. We have a good mix of like easier questions, really hard questions. It's a range. Don't you fret. But I learned a lot today while I was doing my research and creating questions. Now let us see who has joined us this evening for tonight's trivia. Oh, and cheers, by the way. My little $7 wine from Trader Joe's. The best. Lexius was here earlier. Oh, no worries. No worries. You take care of yourself. Take the night off. Thank you so much. So four packages. Oh my god. That's a lot. That's a lot. You're doing the absolute most. It is appreciated. Thank you. I would be totally down for an I finally watched of 13. Yeah, I did. I think I talked about this last night and I was saying that I really want to do it because the making of that movie is insane. Like Nikki Reed starred in it when I think she was only 15 and she wrote the script when she was 14. Like it just was nuts. I don't know why she's not doing more filmmaking, you know? Hello. I'm pretty good. I'm okay. The heat makes me grumpy, and I also have been rewatching the Annabelle movies, which I don't like. So it's all right. It's all right. Hello, hello. Moon is very underrated. Moon is extremely underrated. I agree. And thank you so much for sending some tips in. Cheers to that. It's fine. It's all good. Made it. Let's get tipsy. I definitely feel like 2010's paranormal is a big blind spot for me, so I'm not gonna do that well tonight. That's all right. I think, and I do have a lot of true or falses tonight, and then there's like, you know, bonus points. Nobody's counting, but there's bonus points if you can like elaborate on the true or false. So some of them are kind of two-parters. So for a lot of them, you'll have a 50-50 at the very minimum. I'm so bummed I'm not watching it yet. I can't. Oh yeah, I think I said I was gonna try to do like a free trial or something, you know, for Hulu so I could watch it. But you know what? I finally started season 2 of Wednesday. I'm literally only halfway through the first episode of season 2. I didn't really feel inspired to keep going, but we will. I will. It'll be the old August recap. Hello, hello, hello. Pizza order. Nice. Oh, welcome. Good stuff. Yeah, I think I did that last time. Was the first time. Hey, Paul. Hello. Good stuff. Oh my gosh, from Australia. Oi, oi. I'm glad that you liked it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, it's definitely preferred. It's definitely preferred. But you guys are gonna get the couch again. You'll just have to deal with it. Hello from New. Oh, I don't know if I knew that you were across the country actually. That's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Did you meet her on the Adam Sandler movie? Good evening. Hello, hello. I don't know why if this is like glitching or something, but do you see how it looks different to like the highlighted I don't know why that looks different. That's so weird. So I'm sorry if I end up missing these. I don't know if it's like something wrong with StreamYard or what. But since you also love coming of age movies, check out the Florida Project. Oh yeah, I really want to. I don't know if it was you, but somebody just sent me Red Rocket by Sean Baker. So I'm pretty stoked on that as well. Yeah, oh, so good. So good. Yeah, I don't if I tried to watch it when I was younger, I would not understand it at all. Like, despite, having a similar kind of era of my life to the movie. Hello. Pee pee poop poop. And I remembered really liking Annabelle Creation, and I was so, so scared of it when I was younger, and I rewatched it and I didn't like it. Ugh, boo. We don't even have humidity. That's the horrendous thing. Like, I'm in California. It's not even humid, but I'm like I'm already sweating right now. I might have to turn on my big fan and it might mess up my sound, but I just can't melt. I can't be sitting here melting. You know what I mean? Oh, 108. It's only like in the mid 80s here today, but we have not had to use our air conditioning all summer yet, but we're about to have a wave like in the 90s, so it's gonna have to go on because we're on the top floor of our apartment complex. So heat rises. Yeah, same. So my family rotates. My family always rotates. Like we always have Netflix and we always have Paramount for some reason, I think because it's one of the cheaper ones. And then we rotate between like Apple, HBO, Disney, Hulu, Peacock. They go through the rotation, and it's like, we'll have Disney Plus for like 4 to 6 months out of the year, every year and a half or something, you know. And then I catch up on everything, and it's a mess, but that's why we love physical media, you know. Oh, hello from New Zealand. Oh, that's amazing. I hadn't heard a single thing about it, and I feel like that's usually not a good thing, you know. One of the best written series, Hannibal. Biased because I'm rewatching it right now and I love it so much. But yeah, Hannibal. Corey, what's up? And Michigan. Well, enjoy. Ugh, it's annoying. Well, I'll watch it so you guys don't have to, obviously. I'm starting to train for a 10K. And it's like, why? Like, why am I doing that? But I've started to watch it on the treadmill. So I am already sweating. What is what the hell? It's not good. It's not good. Also, because the sun sets like through the windows by my desk. So even though the sun's not coming through, like I'm feeling just the heat. Like there's two windows that kind of, encircle this side of my desk, and it's just I'm like in a heat pocket. Ugh. Oh, nice. I thought about doing that earlier because I had a headache. Woo. But then I took ibuprofen and I seem fine. Oh, we always have Prime. We always have Prime. I still need to watch War of the Worlds because I have to put it on the thumbnail for my August recap so that you guys will click on it. Oh, I am a mess today. Jesus Christ. Oh, the same cash glitch was happening to the Sledges show today. That's so weird. I really hope I don't miss them. I'll try to do my best. I'm not good when the chat gets busy. I'm not as good at catching every comment. What am I saying? I'm terrible at catching every comment. I never do. But anyway, you've just started collecting physical media again. Bought the first three 4K Chucky movies. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a little bit slow, but I do think physical media is making a comeback. Like we've been tired of these apps and how expensive they are. But it's happening a little bit slow for my taste. Anyway, I say that we get this trivia night started. I say we get it cracking. And we are starting with a little movie called Insidious. Of course we are. Kicked off the trends of the 2010s. I mean, I do think a lot of it is residual from like Paranormal Activity. And there, we do see some of that in the 2010s trends and stuff, but that is found footage. It's a little bit different. Insidious. Let's get rolling. All right. Kicking it off with a really, really easy one. All right. We got a true or false. True or false. Insidious was the highest grossing horror movie of 2011. Boop, 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 boop. I don't trust a horror fan that hasn't seen the Chucky franchise. Kind of homophobic behavior right there, right? Right. Oh, really? I mean, it's expensive here too. Don't get me wrong. But I have lovely subscribers that send me so much of it, and because just physical media collectors are just such a good community. Like they're just such a good community. They just want like we all have the same love for it. We just want to make sure it's going to a good home. So some people will even send it to me and they'll leave a note like, I know that a lot of these are doubles for you, but if you want to sell it, make sure it goes to a good home. Like that's great. Um, so yeah, I've gotten a lot of mine for free. For free. We got true, 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 false. I believe Eric is the first one to guess correctly or answer correctly. I shouldn't say guess. Does anybody know? This is the part 2 to the question. Does anybody know what the highest grossing horror movie of 2011 was? And it's okay if you don't. I will tell you in a second. Hello. Hope you're well. You're close. It was indeed Paranormal Activity 3. Sinister, I think, was 2012. But close. Yeah, it was Paranormal Activity 3. And for some reason, that is also the highest grossing movie of the Paranormal Activity franchise. I don't understand that. My personal guess would have been the second movie, probably. You know? I remember not really liking the third one, but I think I have an unpopular opinion. I haven't watched the whole franchise since 2021. I want to say because that's when the 7th one came out, and I did kind of a deep dive and I ranked them all. But that's also the only time that I've seen most of those movies, so I barely remember a lot of them too. Anywho, yes, many of you got that right. Cabin in the Woods would be a good guess. That one I don't think is actually very high up there. I was looking at the world. I'm not going to tell you because I have another question actually that goes along with this. True or false? Insidious was the second highest grossing horror movie of 2011. This is what people say. And it's the one that's more of a period piece, right? It takes place in the 90s or something. Am I right about that? I barely remember. I do because it goes back in time with the family and the entity or whatever, right? When it was haunting Katie as a child. Is that correct? I think. Yeah, I don't think it would really be for me because I'm learning that a lot of the stuff in the Conjuring franchise is not for me. That kind of paranormal, loud jump scare kind of stuff is just Let's see, we've got true, we've got true, 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 true. Girl, I don't fucking know. True, 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 true. And false. Rockfan and Danny are correct. And so is Raymond. Yep. Yep. False. The second highest grossing horror movie of 2011 was Final Destination 5. I would have guessed that Insidious blew both of those out of the water because I was so young at the time, and yet it was culturally important enough for me at age 14 to go see the sequel in theaters. And I didn't even know that Final Destination existed at that time. I don't remember hearing about that franchise until a bit later in life. I didn't even know about it. Paranormal Activity I did know about, but I don't even know if I knew that sequels existed really. Back then, I don't think so. So kind of unbelievable. I don't know. It just doesn't really make sense, the culture that I ended up being exposed to. Because yeah, Insidious was the third highest grossing horror movie of the year, though. Pretty sure. Gonna say false. You guessed correctly. Is it not? Isn't it? Is the third Paranormal Activity movie? I thought it's the one that takes place. Whatever. I don't really care. Nightmare on Elm Street. That one I think officially released in 2010. Also, Insidious. It was confusing because I was looking up the worldwide box office of 2010 because Insidious is listed as a 2010 movie on Letterboxd, but it was released in 2011. And then I think that and then I realized that I did the same thing with Liked because it premiered in October of 2024, but then it didn't have its actual like wide release until 2025, so it's listed as a 2024 movie. What are you gonna do? You know, it happens. Yeah, once again, I would recommend going and watching Sarah Hawkinson's video on it because she gets into that a little bit. She gets into that a little bit. I agree. I love that one. I love that one. Do I want to pet and ride a tiger? I do like kittens. Tigers were my favorite animal for a very long time in my life, and I would say yes, but realistically, no. Those are not. They're not pets. They're not meant to be domesticated in any sense. I feel like we should have learned that from The Hangover. Like, you know, I never watched Tiger King, but I don't want to. I feel like it would upset me. Yeah, Scream 4. Oh, wait. Oh, I noted something about this. Yeah, Scream 4 made $1.4 million less than Insidious. I found that really weird. Fun little tidbit I wanted to share for my research. There's a second category, like a second movie, because there's only one category of the night. We're talking about 2010s paranormal movies. So I'm not going to tell you the next movie because then you're gonna cheat. You're gonna be looking it up. You should have studied up beforehand, maybe. Okay. I'm gonna actually. Okay, no, I'm gonna save that one. Okay. I have a ridiculously hard question, but this is just one of those fun ones where you guys can throw numbers out. We'll see who's the closest. How many violins were used to create the score for Insidious? That iconic. Do you like how I tried to imitate the sound of the Insidious score? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. The wine I'm drinking, I don't know. The label is so ambiguous. It's called Moon X. $7 at Trader Joe's. It's my trusty, tried and true when I do these Tipsy Tuesdays. Yeah, it's honestly not bad. It's a Pinot. And I'm more of a cab girl, but I like Pinots. I'd probably put them right under cabs or Zins. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. Sorry. How many violins? 12, 8, 6, 45, 13. Tiny Tim, 7, 2, 27, 9,000. 8, 2, 6, 2, 6. 44, 66. Thank you. Okay, wait, let me see who's the closest. Who's the closest here? I think it would be The Wolves Within Me is the closest. The answer is 33. They made the score using 33 violins. That's an IMDb fun fact, so I couldn't really verify that, but I would believe it. Yeah, I don't know. Wild. A lot of violence. A lot is the answer. Oh, nice. Is it going to have the worst parking lot you've ever seen in your entire life? Because that's the trend. You know, it is pretty good. It is pretty good, but I'm a cab girl through and through. Nuts. I know. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Should my friend Malignant yesterday give it 5 stars as they should? I forget. I don't know if I rated it when it first came out, but I know that my score went down, and I don't know why. Don't know why. The first time I watched it, I gave it 4 stars. That feels correct. And then the second time I watched it, I gave it 3.5. I don't know. I got really mad about Scott's non-reaction to the twist reveal, though, in that second review. That makes sense. I was like, he like wasn't surprised at all, and I just was like, I can't deal with him anymore. doesn't it? That's why I like red wine. Also, I just don't really like sweet wines, and I don't like dry wines, so I like a full-bodied red. Mm. What do they do with the violins? Why do I not have one? You know, I am assuming they were attached to the people playing them. Like, it's probably their violins, if I had to guess. They probably, you know, bring them in with them. The guess of 9,000. I mean, it could have been something insane like that. You never know. You never know. Cabs are not generally bitter. That's not true. Your 70th? Oh my god, on a Friday? You lucky dog. Going out on the town? What's the plan? Okay. All right. Next. Oh. My next question. Okay. Another true or false. I couldn't help myself. I had a lot of box office questions because this I had to. I'm sorry, it's immature, but I had to. True or false? Insidious ranked at number 69 in the worldwide box office for 2011. But that's awesome, John. Want to know your plans? What do 70-year-olds get up to on their B-day? My parents are in their mid-60s. We just like go out to restaurants and go bowling. It's kind of all we do. False. True, false, false. False, true. False. Most people guessing false. It's true. It's true. You're correct. There is no way that I just made that up. No, I did not. It is ranked at number 69. Go on boxofficemojo.com and you can find a ranking of the worldwide box office from any year. And in 2011, Insidious was ranked at number 69. Yeah. It sounds made up, but it doesn't. You know what I mean? Because you can't make that up. We just got really lucky with that one. I was like, I had to include that. I had to, right? I know. Lee Wanell probably enjoys that fun fact. I would imagine he does. He got some immature humor for sure. To be sure. Oh, how's everyone's Tuesday? Is anybody else's week like weirdly? Is anybody like really having to really like be catching up and feel like they're behind on stuff right now? Is there a vibe where things feel like they're going really fast at the moment? Or is it just me because I'm a horror content creator and it's the middle of August and I'm entering my busiest season ever? That's probably why. And maybe it's just a me thing, but also, I don't know. There's just an air of uncertainty to the air. Things are... Am I just making it weird? Sorry, never mind. Where was Paranormal Activity? What? Paranormal Activity 3. I actually don't. Let me see. Worldwide box office. It was up there. It was decently up there. Let me see. It was at number 34. Made $207 million. Pretty insane. So it's almost exactly halfway up the list from Insidious. And then Final Destination 5, or yeah, where is Final Destination 5? Oh, Final Destination 5 is at number 49, so it's 20 up from Insidious. And then Scream 4 is at number 72. You know what's upsetting? You know what's between Insidious and Scream 4? 69 Insidious, 70 Justin Bieber, Never Say Never. 71 Paul, great comedy though, actually, by the way. And then 72 Scream 4. And at 73, there's something called The Right, which I've never heard of in my life. Weird. What a weird year in the box office. Anyway. Um, oh, lots to catch up for sure. Looking for an apartment. Moving is hard. Moving is hard. Damn. 10 seasons in a month? How do you do that? Do you watch at work or something? Oh, mini vacay? Hell yeah. I know, I'm like already missing Iowa. Like, I wish I was still traveling. You feel like things are going too slow? You just want fall? I hear that. Um, I I guess this is a weird glitch. Thank you if you tipped. I'm so sorry if it's I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. Summer is my jam. Life is beautiful. What is that from? I'm sorry. You're gonna have to tell me. I'm lacking on the knowledge here. A daughter who has a cookie business. Ooh, shared them in your Zumba class for your birthday. Oh, that's nice. That's so nice. Yeah, I feel like a lot of birthday stuff, like when you work in an office or whatever, like your birthday is you bringing stuff for other people in adulthood. Kind of odd, isn't it? I guess no, that was like the same in elementary school too. It was your birthday and like you'd bring the stuff. Mm. Oh, that's a good kind of busy. I hope that's a fun, passionate thing. Oh, so excited for the October challenge. I already have it all drafted up. I'm gonna shoot it soon. I know I am. I've had to like be catching up on work and stuff since I got back, but I have had that list drafted up for about a week now. I've got that locked and loaded. It's a good one. It's a good one. Well, it's always a good one. I always come up with, different fun stuff. Catching up health process, yeah, calming down my nervous system, that's important. I'll be doing that in November maybe. Maybe at the beginning of the new year. Shit's busy. We're getting older. Years start coming and they don't stop coming, you know what I mean? Week of all time, college quizzes and work. Ugh. Jeez Louise. People really turned off Scream. I don't get that though. I'm glad it's kind of been reclaimed. Oh, I'm 18. I've got a job. Damn. I don't know if I knew you were that young or if I just forgot, but that's crazy. Don't drink. Don't be influenced by me. If I have teenagers here, I'm not a role model, okay? All right. Okay. Sorry. I'm getting off track. Okay, next question. Does anybody know what was the original title of Insidious supposed to be? And it might have been the working title. I don't know. It was the original title, though. Which this is something I learned today. So this is kind of a hard one. I don't know if you guys are going to know this. But you know what? Honestly, I kind of like when you guys don't know the answer and you just throw crazy stuff in the chat. That's honestly really fun for everybody, I feel like. So do your worst. Excuse me. Sorry. You watched Insidious and Final Destination before Scream 4. I definitely watched Insidious before I watched Scream 4 because I got into Insidious in my early teens. And you know what? I cannot remember. I don't think that I watched the original Insidious before I went to see Insidious Chapter 2. Because I just was 14 and just kind of went and just kind of did it. But Scream 4, I know I didn't watch until I was 16. I know that for a fact. Ugh. Yeah, good luck for real. And it's Anthony Hopkins? Oh my god, no, I didn't know about that one. Never seen it. Always take the day off work for my birthday. Yeah, I'm usually traveling for my birthday. I plan something extravagant. Like 24, I traveled up to see my family. 25, I was in Costa Rica with Scott's family. This year, we went and we spent the night in Koreatown with all my friends. I'm pretty, and I don't like being the center of attention, but that's honestly why the last couple birthdays have been perfect because it's everybody's out. We're all doing the thing and nobody's like singing me happy birthday. There's no cake, That's how I like it. I don't know. Is wine gluten-free? Gluten is in wheat, rye, barley, malt, and oats. I don't know if any of those things are in wine, to be so honest. I don't know. Don't know. It is a Pinot. We've discussed. Red Door. I feel like that's a good guess. Puppetless. Evil Incarnate. The Astral. I'll be honest, that's not the answer I came across. I wonder if the Red Door was one of the working titles. The Way In, Tiptoe Through the Tulips, Astral, The Ritual, The Astral. Maybe you guys are right. Maybe that was one of the working titles. But the answer that I found was The Further. I don't really know how to verify that. I would need to obviously like watch making of and interviews and all that kind of stuff, which I did watch a fair amount of interviews for James Wan back when I did that deep dive, but that was a while ago, honey. That was a while ago. Oh, I'm jealous. I didn't even know what Scream was when it came out. Sad. No, oh, I love Cake. Are you kidding me? You misunderstand. I don't like being sung happy birthday and people like bringing out the cake and just everybody, I think it's so uncomfortable, but I love Cake. So it ends up being worth it. But anywho, 65, I was in Spain. Ooh, extravagant. That sounds so nice. Keeping relatives make such a big deal on my birthday, kind of anxiety inducing. Well, yeah, they're big celebrators, aren't they? So that makes sense. Okay, I've got a really, really easy one and then a couple kind of more difficult ones. And then we will move on. We'll move on. But what famous spooky song is the anthem of Insidious? You know it. You know it. You know it. Easy one. Who's going to be the quickest in the chat? Also, if that was, I got a $50 tip. I'm sorry. Let me quicken up my pace here. Also, maybe the drunker I get, the less I'll care that I'm sweating out of every orifice right now. Evening. Usually get a big sombrero put on you. Ooh. Yeah, that'll do it. Ooh. I love making brownies. That is oftentimes what I bring to the function. Tiptoe. Ryan was first. Yes, Tiptoe Through the Tulips. You did. Yeah, people had already mentioned it in the chat, but then I was like, that's way too big of a hint. But you guys already know it. And were you the one who mentioned Tiny Tim? Yeah, people are fast. They're fast, but that's yeah. Okay, a point for everyone. Yay. Yay. Kylie loves Cake, but hates when there are songs involved. Yeah. Yep. There we go. Oh, okay. All right. This one is a 3-parter, so I'll give you a little bit more time. Of course. Okay. I don't mean like when we go out and stuff. We don't really go out much. I don't mean parties. I mean, you know, Scott's family does a Sunday barbecue every single week. Okay, there's family dinner once a week, every week. That's the kind of function I'm talking about. You know, a lot of times we're celebrating a birthday, so then I bring brownies. That's what I'm talking about, and no, not the special kind. Okay, all right. I don't know, maybe because I like the song in the context of the movie. I don't think I would enjoy it otherwise. I wouldn't just listen to it in my off time. Would you guys? I can't see myself doing that. I don't think that I would enjoy his voice like that. I just don't think so. Song is on the same album. Wait. Oh my god, wait. Oh, and I know it too. It's like Tiny Tim's 2 most popular songs. What? Oh god, this is gonna bother me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to look it up. Because yeah, there's a song that plays in SpongeBob. Wait. Tiny Tim song in SpongeBob. Oh, Living in the Sunlight. Oh my god. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. That one. Oh my god. Yes. Oh. Wow, Tiny Tim has really permeated the culture. You think it's pretty good? Oh, I'm so jealous. People that like honest to God snuck into R-rated movies as teens and stuff. I don't think I ever did that. I can't remember. I don't have any memories of ever doing that. It's a pivotal thing for a young cinephile. You know, it's big, and I've never done it. And is the first episode? No. The first episode is the leaf blower episode, isn't it? That's all just like classic SpongeBob score, isn't it? Right? I feel like it's disturbing. Like I couldn't just throw that on. Be like, yeah, that's a tune. Yeah, this is nice, you know? Or yeah, I'd like to dance to that, or yeah, this is pleasing on the ears. I don't think that song does any of that for me. It's a little too much. It's a little too much. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Is this Cry Little Sister? Is that Tiny Tim? I don't know. Those are the only two songs of his that I know, to be honest. Gonna have to clip that. Hey, don't you dare. Hey, don't you dare. And from the wow. Iconic. Iconic. I snuck in all the time. My friend who passed for older would pay. They didn't ask for ID. That's crazy. That's wild. Tiny Tim got married on TV. I didn't know that. What an icon. What an icon. Oh, Cry Little Sisters from Lost Boys. I don't remember that movie very well. I've seen it twice too. Embarrassing. Okay. Next question is a little bit more difficult. Okay. Prepare. And you can get, there's 3 parts to the answer. Okay. So if you get one right, you can get a third of a point. Who's keeping track? Who are the 3 Australian members of the cast? Which 3 actors in Insidious are Australian? You can do it. I believe in you. I feel like 2 of them are really, really, really easy. And then the third one, I'm not sure if you're going to know. I'm not sure. I was asking if it's Tiny Tim, but no, it's just okay. There are many, many good soundtracks. Like, why is one of the best soundtracks in horror history from Halloween Ends? It has Halloween by the Dead Kennedys in it, and I Was a Teenage Werewolf by the Cramps. What other movie has ever done that? What other movie has ever had both songs? Love. On the Johnny, here's Johnny. No way. Far out. Oh, I worked at a video store. I had friends who worked theaters, made minimum wage. Oh, man. That would have been my calling. If there was no YouTube, if there was no real path for me to make it an entertainment, I would be working at a video rental store. That would be my calling. I'd be getting high in the back and, making recommendations to people. God. I would still love to do that part-time. I would love to spend like 3 nights a week working in a video store. Too bad they're extinct. I would still love to do that. I would love to do that. Yeah. I was just going to say, I would even volunteer my time. No, I wouldn't. I need to make money, but you get what I'm saying. I suck with names. Roseburn is one of them. That's one. Third of a point. Roseburn. James Wan is not in the cast, but yes, he is Australian. Only got Roseburn. I just showed up too tipsy for this question. That's okay. I will be way too tipsy by the end of this stream. You mark my words. You mark them. You write that down. Roseburn, maybe one of Lisa's associates. You're getting warmer. Getting warmer. Yes, Roseburn. Yes. Dennis is the first to answer correctly. All 3. Yes. So, yeah, Ryan, you were pretty much right on the money. Actually, both of her associates. So Samson was Australian. Obviously, I knew Lee Wanell was. And I feel like he's a person who's it's kind of easy to forget that the guy in the movie is Lee Wanell, the writer of the movie also. But yes, Roseburn, Angus Sampson, and Lee Wanell. Well done. Dennis, you got Lee Wanell. Who? Oh, Dan, you got it as well. You got it too. Yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween movies, they do. They do. And you know what? I kind of love those movies. It's kind of funny how much I hated them initially. I can't wait to go back and react to all my original reviews of all the iconic franchises that I covered. Also because it's just paying tribute to the channel and my humble beginnings. I mean, I'm terrified because I think they're going to be really cringy, and I think almost all of my opinions are opposite to where they were when I first started my channel. And I still get comments on those old videos to this day. And it's just like, look at the date, man. Look at the date of those videos. Please. I'm 26 now. Anyway. Uh Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Well, yes. The MTV one. Absolutely. Today, I think I saw Deandra. Do you guys follow her on Instagram and TikTok? She makes great content. She writes for Fangoria. She's the Freddy Krueger girl. And I think that she posted today that today was the anniversary of Nightmare on Elm Street 4. I'm pretty sure it is. Right? Yeah, exactly. Right. Me too. They were so magical going into them, and it's to the point where I've had to recreate that vibe for myself in my home. And now I feel like I'm trying to recreate like the Criterion closet in my room or something, but in reality it's probably more from my youth and the magic of going into the video store and being terrified by some of the horror movie posters, but also equally intrigued and getting to pick out, what was something I rented all the time? Zathura. Oh, I rented Zathura all the time. God, what a time. Anyway, getting lost in the nostalgic sauce right now. The favorite is Devil's Rejects. I don't remember the songs in that movie, but I feel like the music is always good. Wait, no. Lords of Salem, I think, might have had my favorite soundtrack because it had was the song by the Velvet Underground. The one's like shiny boots of leather. That one was really good. Okay. My opinion on horror figurines like Funko Pop. Okay, so I really don't want to hurt any feelings. This is all very much a matter of personal taste. Okay, remember, don't take it personally. I hate Funko Pops. I hate them. I have a couple that I actually think are the exception and are kind of cute. I was sent a Godzilla one and a Chucky one, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's it. That's it. Those are the only Funko Pops I need. I don't even have them here. They're in my room at my parents' house. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't really get it. I also like figurines. I think that if I had a giant mansion, I would absolutely get really, really into collecting, and I would collect figurines, and you would, think they're cool and stuff and have fun with that. But as is, I don't have the room. I never have. I probably never will have, and so I just don't really get the appeal. I'm never really into collecting things that I don't have space for or function for. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, me too. But you know what? I feel like if I ever went in the Criterion closet, I would feel kind of stupid because I'd be like, I don't know. These are all so artsy. Anyway, yes, Venus and Furs. Yes. Yes. Tiny Tim was in a slasher. Blood Harvest. That honestly sounds like something I've put on my list. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll do the next question in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Blood Harvest. 1987. Is he the main character? Because he's top billed. Oh my god, it's on Tubi. Only 8,000 people have logged it on Letterboxd. Guys, we're so niche. We're so just like in tune with the culture, guys. Oh my god. Wow, I'm gonna have to watch that for sure. For sure. My funniest review was yeah, I don't exactly look forward to revisiting that because I know that I just was thirsting after Matthew McConaughey the whole time, which can you blame a girl? Okay. But it's a little disturbing. He's like throwing Renee Zellweger against the walls, and I'm like, no. No. Okay, next question. Next question. Which member of the crew ended up playing the red-faced demon? It's okay if you don't know their name, all right? It's just not exactly a coincidence. I don't know what word I'm looking for. It's just funny. It's funny and it's cute and it's cool that this other random crew member ended up playing the red-faced demon. And do you know what that crew member's position was, if not their name? All right. Oh, they shut down one of the only 2 movie places on my island? Oh, oh no. Exactly, they can't take away your DVDs. You own them for real. It's not like when you buy something on Amazon and then they can just delete it from the library whenever they feel like it. You don't own that. It's not real. It's not real. That motherfucker back there is not real. I did back in uh, probably either late 2020 or maybe 2021. Yeah. I do. They're actually old pictures. They are I was in a photography class in high school, okay, and I won first place for these images back here. And my mom got them custom framed. So nice. So nice. The sound guy, the makeup artist, Darth Maul, close but no cigar. The same actor who played the tall old lady of Wreck. No, not Javier Botet, but love him. No, this is not all about Insidious. I've just been going really slow with the questions. I'm so sorry. I've been live for 47 minutes and I'm still on Insidious. No, there are many other movies to discuss today. Makeup artist, director. No, it was not James Wan. Not the makeup artist. No, not the film operator. The composer. Ding, ding, ding. Yes, it was Joseph Bashara, the composer of the film, who, did all the shit with the violins. It was the composer. I'm sorry if that felt misleading. If you were thinking, if I said crew and your mind immediately went to like just the people on set, but that's technically like anybody who is not cast, even if it's post production, is considered crew. Sorry if you didn't know that, gang. Sorry about that one. But yes, it was the composer. Which I think that he reprised the role for Insidious the Red Door for the 5th one that came out a couple years back. I'm pretty sure he did. But yeah, isn't that something? Because I don't think he's an actor. I'm gonna look it up. I think they just kind of threw him in there, but I mean maybe there's a lot of cases where people in the industry do a lot of different things, and maybe he's also like a stunt person. Oh my god, he's an actor in 12 films. He also was in the first 2 Conjurings. He, I mean, is in the Annabelle movies. Wow, so he must be like a creature actor of some sort. But he's a composer of 40 films, so that's his main thing. He did stunts for Annabelle, and that's the only film he technically did stunts for. Interesting. Still learning new things. All right. The last question that is sort of about Insidious, not really. Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on. Oh, you saw Insidious 2 you as well. You as well. Okay, that makes me feel better. Never knew that till I tried to watch the second one thinking I had not seen it. It's called Insidious Chapter 2 though. Like, how did you but you know what? It wasn't a problem. Honestly, it was not a problem because these big franchise movies, they give you enough in the sequels that you don't need to watch them in order. Like, what franchise do you honest to goodness need to watch the previous installments first? Like Child's Play, I would say. Even though they do kind of stand alone though, but I think that one I think you need to watch them in order. Scream, you could watch them standalone. You could. I wouldn't. But Friday the 13th, you can watch them in any kind of order. It doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't, not really. Not really. What else? Halloween, it like the first 6 movies, yeah. Sort of. So I'm getting on a tangent. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Are you talking about Saw? Or are you talking about that one on Shudder? Anywho, when I watched the second movie, I didn't remember the first movie. Oh. Well, because it picks up right where the first movie left off, I feel like you really don't need all the build-up. Because also they're like uncovering the mystery about the first movie and the second movie, where all those things were kind of unanswered in the first movie anyway. So it kind of doesn't matter, honestly, the order that you watch it. But, you know. Okay, sorry. Okay, all right. What are the 2 other franchises kicked off by James Wan that also star Patrick Wilson? Easy one. Easy one to transition us here. Okay. That's okay. I have such a tangent problem. I have such a tangent problem. I have to cut them out of videos sometimes because I don't have a one-track mind. There's like 26 different things going on at once in my brain. And the problem is they all feel equally important. I feel in the moment, I feel that each tangent is just as valid as the actual topic at hand. That I don't know. Oh, Saw. Yeah, with Saw, you're already clueless. Watching out of order, you'd still be clueless with no context. Saw, yeah, it definitely took me multiple viewings of the franchise to really grasp what was going on, for sure. And you kind of gotta binge it. You really can't space it out. Fear Street, of course, but that's a proper, actually contained trilogy. So Conjuring is one of them. Conjuring and Aquaman. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And something else. Nailed it. Absolutely. Patrick Wilson's not in Saw, right? If he isn't, I didn't know that. That's so embarrassing. But Conjuring and Aquaman. Indeed. Aquaman. Yes, anyone who said Conjuring, half point. And thank you so much. Have you had the chance to see Angel Heart from 1987? No, and I don't know if that one's even on my list. Let me see. Oh, it's rated well. And like so many of my mutuals have seen it. Why have I not? Down and out Brooklyn detective is hired to track down a singer on an odyssey that will take him through the desperate streets of Harlem. Interesting. Ooh, New Orleans. Ew, Mickey Rourke. Gross. Grody. But Robert De Niro. So. Okay, that was an easy one. Obviously, we are transitioning to The Conjuring. And that's why you're here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I didn't know Aquaman was a franchise. I mean, it's part of a franchise. There's 2 James Wan Aquaman movies and they're in a franchise. I could have worded the question better. Anywho, okay. True or false? The Conjuring was considered too scary to be cut down to a PG-13 rating. The MPAA works in mysterious ways. Why did The Conjuring end up with an R rating? True or false? Was it too scary? I'm not saying he's ugly. His personality is. Did he mess up his face? I don't even really know what he looks like now. I just know that he threatened JoJo Siwa in a very homophobic way on Big Brother. And I was like, ew, no more. Oh my god, he's the guy, he's in Iron Man 2. He's the guy with the bird. Wow. Is this a current photo? Whatever, this isn't about Mickey Rourke today. Okay? All right. Not you guys all thinking I'm saying ew because you think that I think he's ugly. That's not the reason. Did he used to be normal? Kind of hard to believe. True, 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 false, 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 true, false, and true, 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 true. It is true. It is true. Isn't that kind of crazy? They were like, the MPAA literally came back, like they with the final cut of the movie, they were hopeful that they could get it down to a PG-13 rating, and the MPAA was like, listen, girl, there is nothing you can cut out of this movie to give it a PG-13 rating. Like, the movie itself is just too scary. Isn't that nuts? That's so crazy. Because there's no nudity, there's no sex, there's not even swearing in the movie. I don't think even at all. And they were like, nope, PG-13, too scary, too scary. Good shit. Good shit. The Ring is so, I mean, obviously like that's a subjective thing. I wish that I could really remember my fear level the first time watching The Ring, but it was so long ago. Like I can't remember. I know that I was scared, no doubt. Absolutely no doubt. But The Conjuring, I was terrified. I was terrified for a very long time, and upon multiple rewatches, I was terrified of The Conjuring. So it's hard for me to say, but I do think that I found The Conjuring scarier. I don't know, it's just James Wan is so good at crafting scares, and he always subverts expectation. The Ring obviously kickstarted the trends, but then when you go back and watch it, they feel cliche. It's like it's hard. But Ring is 100% scarier than The Conjuring. I wish I could post a poll in here. I don't know if I can. Yeah, what do you guys think is scarier, The Ring or The Conjuring? Let me know. Let me know. Very stoned at the supermarket. Oh my god, did it feel like the Olympics? I can't do that. I still don't remember if I dreamed the fact Jojo Siwa had a celebrity cereal. Oh, probably. She has everything. She has everything. There's probably a toaster with her face on it. There's a toothbrush. There's a hairbrush. There's snacks. There's leotards. There's everything. Everything. No one even dies in The Conjuring, right? Oh yeah, besides the dog. Poltergeist is PG, that's crazy. Imagine if The Ring got an R rating. I know, isn't that so weird? Like, isn't that so weird? Well, The Ring is more about mood. There are far less jump scares and stuff. It's more story and mood focused. So I can kind of understand how that one got a PG-13 and The Conjuring didn't, because The Conjuring really is trying to elevate your heart rate. Absolutely. And they're 50-50, man. Gotta up that game. Well, yeah, duh. Cause he literally told Jojo Siwa that and I don't even watch Big Brother, but this was so abhorrent that it even made it to like my side of the internet, which is like grandmotherly, because I feel like I'm so out of touch with like TikTok and stuff. But yeah, he was like, oh, by the end of this show, like, you're not gonna be a lesbian anymore. I don't know if I can even talk about the implications of that without getting demonetized, but it's just like, that is a violent rhetoric. That is so sick. Anyway, The Ring is scarier. Martyrs is scary, yeah. Yep. Yes. Anybody else answer on that one? Jaws is PG. Well, they didn't have PG-13 back then, but it would be today for sure. Cabin in the Woods is PG? I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't know about that. Ring creeps me out more after I'm done watching it. Conjuring scares me more while watching it. That's a good way to put it. I think, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Because The Conjuring also ends on a happy note, where The Ring kind of doesn't really. It's a little more emotionally ambiguous. Okay, sorry. Next question. We still have like 20 more to get through tonight. Ooh. We watched Martyrs together, me and the audience here, and I think I think I re-uploaded that to the Patreon. I'm pretty sure it's there if you want to go see that. Unless I haven't re-uploaded that one yet. I'm not sure. Anywho, okay. This one is going to be a little bit hard if you don't know the real life story. What happened after the seance in the real life case between the Warrens and the Perrins? This one, just think about the events of the movie, and this is perfect because we all watched it together last night, right? Just think about the events of the movie, what happened, and guess what happened in real life. Okay, if you don't know. I'm excited to see your guesses. Make them goofy silly. You know? Make them goofy silly. And who are the wet bandits? Who are they? Cabin in the Woods, yeah, is that one not PG-13? I'm pretty sure. Cabin in the Woods is rated R. It's rated R. Somebody's being silly in the chat. Yeah, so we don't like Mickey Rourke. We don't like him. We don't like him, not one bit. It's a good movie, but I think that I only gave it 3.5 stars because it's not the movie for me. I don't like feeling like that. So I really want to watch the remake from 2015. I need to know if it's as bad as everyone says. Yes, when I gave 3.5 stars and I said never again. Never again. Realistically, I will watch it again. Yeah, realistically, I will watch it again, though. That's the thing. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, what happens after the real life seance from the real life case between the Warrens and the Perrins? Nothing. You imagine it involves Sam and Colby, which I'm sorry that I don't know really who those people are. I only discovered who they were because of the movie House on Eden, and I had to leave that movie early because I was getting so motion sick, but everybody apparently loves them, right? I don't know. I don't know anything, but they seem cool. They're ghost hunters. I kind of want to have my own ghost hunting show. I think it'd be funny. It'd be funny because I'm a skeptic, but if I got really high, I would be scared. Stole their loans. The mom got possessed. The Warrens stole their children. They sued the Warrens. Maybe, I don't know. I'm talking more like directly after. Home Alone burglars. Lorraine had the heart attack, not Ed. The father punched out Mr. Warren. I love these guesses. Oh my God. She did. Messy boots. Messy, messy boots. But you know what? I have a little bit of a soft spot for her in that situation because she was responding to such a trauma-inducing sexual threat. So I have it it's horrible. She was cheating on her partner on live television, but can you imagine you're sexually threatened by this gross, weird older man? I just kind of have a soft spot that maybe it was kind of a trauma response. You know what? Let me not. Let me not. It's the little gay inside of me that's like, oh, I kind of feel for you. Anyway, the answer is they kicked the Warrens out. Yes. Just a guess, but did they cash a check? Probably. But yes, so after the seance, they kicked them out because the Warrens were unable to help them. The events of The Conjuring are apparently really accurate, okay? According to both the Warrens and the Perrins, apparently, I forget the mom's first name. Mrs. Perrin was apparently possessed and speaking in other languages and got thrown across the room, and everybody vouches for this, okay, the Warrens and the Perrins and all that. But after that event, the Perrins kicked them out because they were no help. Surprise, surprise. Also because it has something to do with the fact that it's super unrealistic apparently that Ed Warren would have conducted the exorcism, because the Catholic Church, that is such a huge no-no. Bishops are the only one, and then priests can be ordained to do it, but typically it's supposed to only be bishops. I don't know. So yeah, Ed Warren in real life did not conduct an exorcism. That did not happen. And Lorraine did not help with that either. Don't watch it. It's horrible. You make me want to watch it more. You're making me want to watch it more. Oh, the Home Alone Wet Bandits. Duh. Right, from when you said that one time. I saw you in the parking lot earlier. That's how I know you. Okay. All right. Next question. What decade of horror influenced Juan the most for the cinematography? What decade of horror influenced Juan the most for the cinematography? You know, I have not been drinking that much. I'm only on my second glass, and I'm like it's definitely Tipsy Tuesday up in here. Okay. Okay. So legally, therefore, I declare that anything that I say cannot and will not be held against me in the court of public opinion because I said so. Okay. Spider! There's a little spider. Okay. So it's not moving. So that's fine. But it's really small. And Scott and I had to kick out like 4 small spiders recently. I think that an egg must have hatched in our apartment. Because this is the 5th one that I'm seeing in a matter of days, just like tucked up into a corner. Could you imagine where else they might be in my apartment? It's fine. It's fine. Okay, what decade of horror influenced Juan the most for the cinematography? Let's get into it. How many DVDs do I have? I have probably around 1,000. Yeah, because I think that I have like a little over 800 in the shelves themselves. And then I've got like some stacks and other shelves and stuff of them just scattered about the apartment. So I think I have about 1,000. Okay. 70s. Damn. Okay, first person in the chat was correct. Yep. I think, and you know what? I think it's because we talked about it last night. A lot of us watched the movie together last night, and I literally said that. Like, and that was before I did my research today, and I saw that James Wan had said that. But yeah, literally last night we were watching it, and we were like, oh yeah, like this nostalgic cinematography. And I was like, yeah, those 70s zooms, love that. One guess for the 80s, most people got, yeah, 70s. Oh no, more guesses for the 80s. And one for the 60s. But yes, most people came correct with the 70s. Indeed. Oh, trivia for The Exorcist. Evangelicals hated the movie, but the Catholic Church supported it because it made them look good. You know what's funny? I don't think it did. None of them could do a damn thing about the demon until he was literally like, okay, well, come into me, and then jump out the window. Like, that's not effective. I don't know. Zoom ins and Conjuring look so much like the French Connection and Deliverance, of which I don't know if I've seen either, to be honest. You have a kangaroo? Stop fucking around. What are you talking about? If you hurt the spider, I'm unsubscribing. I'm not. I'm just keeping an eye on it. Yeah, I take spiders outside. This one is in the corner, like between the ceiling and the wall, and I don't know how I'll capture it. Sometimes, sadly, I go to capture a spider, but spiders are very scared creatures. And so sometimes, literally, like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I keep bumping the desk. Sometimes they will have a heart attack and die when I'm trying to save them. And I'm like, you could have lived a happy life outside. Why were you so scared? But what are you going to do? Like, I can't help that. I can't help it if the spider has a heart attack. Not my fault. You know what's crazy is like, I have such a bug phobia and I am not really scared of spiders. I'm really fine. But things that fly, fucking forget about it. Forget about it. Bees and wasps, no. Nobody likes the person that I become when there is a bee or a wasp flying around. And I understand that bees are our friends. I understand this. My body and my fight or flight response does not. Okay. Next question. We've got another true or false. All right. And we're talking about the Conjuring universe as a whole at this point, by the way. Most religious horror is kind of Christian propaganda. And I think that that's why, like, I'm going back and I'm rewatching the Annabelle movies, which historically I have enjoyed because the horror worked on me, I guess. But now that I'm more grown and it doesn't really, and I'm not hiding behind my fingers, so I kind of see how goofy some of it is. I am feeling more that way. And I'm like, well, I'm not religious, so this doesn't do anything for me. Unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Okay. Next question. True or false? The real life Annabelle was based on an American Girl doll. Because the Annabelle that we see in the films is not true to life. So true or false, the real life Annabelle is an American Girl doll. Do 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 do. You have the reach, but they have 8 hands. Even match. It is if they're fast and if they jump. And sometimes if they jump, there is no other choice. They must be killed because you try to catch them and then you accidentally squish 3 of their legs. You know? You off spiders with a vacuum. Boo! Exile! 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 You can't be in the cult of haunted hippie if you kill spiders. Boo! Butterflies, I'm okay with because they move really slowly. Moths, I am not. But I have a very traumatic story with a moth that I've shared a couple times, so forget about it. Butterflies move really slowly and they're pretty and it's fine. Ladybugs are also fine because I had it ingrained in my mind from a very young age that, oh, they're pretty, oh, they're cute, oh, it's good luck. It's good luck if they land on you. But if I saw the same kind of bug and it didn't have spots, I'd be like, gross. Okay, false, true, false, true, true, false, true, false, false, true, false, true. Wait, what? Okay, so you answered incorrectly, but then also correctly because the answer is false. It's Raggedy Ann. You said true, the Raggedy Ann. Raggedy Ann. Oh well, okay. So maybe you don't know, but Raggedy Ann is not an American Girl doll. No. I would think it would make more sense if it was based on an American Girl doll because what do you mean it's based on a Raggedy Ann doll? Are you not embarrassed? Who originally owned the Annabelle doll? I'm talking real life. Who originally owned the real life Annabelle doll and how are they not embarrassed? I can see how in a kind of vintagey kind of way, how a Raggedy Ann doll could be considered scary, like kind of. I just think that's so goofy. Like, what do you mean the real? No wonder they changed it so heavily for the movies. Cause, Yes, correct. Raggedy Ann. Correct. Uh, was the question ambiguous? I don't think so. American Girl doll is like one of the biggest brands of doll. I don't know about you guys, and like if you're in other countries, maybe not, but growing up, having an American Girl doll was like a wealth status symbol. Like I knew girls that I went to elementary school that collected them and were really into it. But it just was because like each one of those dolls was like $150 and then you could like buy different outfits and whatever for them and they all had their own little history. There was like a Sacagawea one and they're all they're based on American icons or something. So yeah, I didn't mean to make that ambiguous. I said, yeah, true or false, the real life Annabelle was based on an American Girl doll. That was what I said, right? Sorry if I messed that up. I told you I'm tipsy. What did I just say? What did I just say? Okay? Nothing that I say can or will be held against me. Mm. Hey, Mazel. Nice. Good stuff. And look, nobody's keeping score. Okay, we're just here to have fun. All right. You feel like Raggedy Ann dolls are scarier than the one they used in the movie? You really? Okay, let me. Okay, yes. I could see, you know what? You know what looks kind of similar to the Raggedy Ann doll? The dolls in Coraline. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Raggedy Ann is about to move. Wait, did he buy the real, like the real life one, or did he buy the movie prop one? Did he buy the real? Hold on. Not me having to look this up. And you know what? I resent the fact this has come up so much recently in the live streams. We need to do a horror news segment though next week. I really should have done it this week, but we have to start rewatching Conjuring. So, okay, buys Annabelle. Let me see. There was like a picture with it, right? No. No! He bought the real one. Oh, I'm sick. Hold on. Look! Look at that. He bought the real, him and his jaw bought the real Raggedy Ann. Are you kidding me? He's so musty to me. Anyway, okay. What would be the difference of a person who has the Chucky doll at home? I have a Chucky doll at home. But I feel like that one is more funny because it's not based on a real life thing. But Scott and I are not going to be keeping them. We've been trying to sell them on Facebook Marketplace. You had an American Dog plushie, which is cheaper. Oh, based on a real American doll. Oh, okay, my bad. My bad, if that's what I said. I thought that I said it multiple times, though. I try. React to Matt Rife's self. Should I? I don't want to. I don't want to legitimize that man in any type of way. Like, is it ethical to do that if I'm just hating on him the whole time? Is that fun? Is that funny? Because my cat is side-eyeing. Really? What did I do? I am a friend of cats, okay? I'm a friend of cats. I really am. Even people who have really shy cats, I'll go over one time and their cats will come out and they're like, whoa, this is unusual. Our cats are usually scared of people. And I'm like, I have a really good aura. Like, what can I say? It happened with my producer, Kayleen, and her partner, Jared. When we were making Somnum 3 years ago, I go over to their apartment to location scout, do the our shot list ahead of time. We're prepping, and their cats came out, and they were like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "Look, this happens all the time." Okay. Anyway, oh my God. Next question. Jesus Christ. What was the working title of The Conjuring? Similar question to Insidious. This one actually was the working title. For sure. Maybe not. Maybe I should have them in the streams while I still have them. Because people have been so flaky. We've gotten so much interest and then nobody follows through on it. It's so weird. I do think it is an old person thing, yeah, but my grandma has these dolls, puppets that look like one from Dead's. Ugh! You mean a dummy? Nope. I don't like dummy. I can make my peace with dolls. It's fine. I think they're kind of freaky. I would not keep one in my house. A dummy? No. No. Absolutely not. The real purchasable Chucky dolls don't look very accurate. Yeah, I know. I want an identical replica as well of the Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky version of Chucky. Probably. Because the good guy doll one is a little too cutesy. It seems like a real life child's toy. I would want probably the stitched version. What am I saying? I don't really collect memorabilia like that. I only really like, tasteful stuff. I don't really do. Even if you look at my shelves, it's there's no knickknacks, really. That's not my thing. Oh, Nick DeRamio. What happened to them? Like, they disappeared for like 9 months. They came back, disappeared for another 6 months. I'm so sad. They were literally like, they were my favorite YouTuber for years. Years. My comfort creator. I had to look up who my wife was. I'm so happy for you, honestly. You've been living in peace. Okay, yeah. So what was the working title of The Conjuring? The Haunting of Annabelle? No. The Warrens? Close. Ghostbusters? No. The Warrens? Close. What? The Warren Files! Ding, ding, ding. The Warren Files. That was the working title of The Conjuring. And honestly, that makes a lot more sense. I feel like, okay, walk with me, okay? I want your input on this. Is that not a better title than The Conjuring? I don't understand. Nobody conjured anything. Like, do you know what I mean? And it is a file from the Warrens' history. That makes more sense to me. Obviously, The Conjuring is way more iconic and a better title for instigating a universe. Oh, it's The Conjuring universe. That makes way more sense than the Warren Files universe or something. Ultimately, a good decision, but the title doesn't really make sense. I think the Warren Files is a better title for the Conjuring movies, but the Conjuring is a better title for the universe. What do you guys think? Austin got it correct. Good to see you. I think a while back you mentioned you were going to be a father, no? Or is my memory failing me? How's that going? How's life, everybody? Yeah, it was a dummy. Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. Absolutely not. Your cat actually does get up close to the screen for Haunted Hippie. Ah. Hello, gorgeous. Hello. Oh, by the way, are you guys okay? Another question. I really wish I could put up a poll once again, but do you guys to cats or do you? Because I have never been a. I never do that. Absolutely not. I'm a kisser. I kiss to the cats. Yeah, Warren Files sounds like a police procedural. True. It's kind of more accurate. That's what I'm saying. Hey, Abby, good to see ya. Yeah, we all know it is, but it doesn't have a ring to it. Yeah, Conjuring does sound better. It's so much more generic, is just what I'm getting at. And nobody conjures anything. Like, there's no Ouija board. Like, I don't know. Now that I think of it, doesn't make any sense. I'm so sorry if I've shattered the glass on this one. That's my bad. It's my bad. Hair on my tongue. So you saw a Good Guy doll for $40. That'd be so cheap. Yeah, I wouldn't believe that for a second. It was $40 just for the empty box. That's crazy. Who's just selling an empty box? Cons are a little crazy. Cons are a little crazy. Are cons full of cons? No, they're not. I'm just joshing around over here. Makes sense as a title. Kind of sounds like a documentary series. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Conjuring is way more cinematic. Yeah, absolutely. It's not super accurate. You piss. You don't do piss. You hiss. What? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's for cats. Kissy down for dogs. Really? With dogs, usually I'm like a little whistle. But we never whistled at our dog. It just was Spencer. Yeah. Mouth clicks. That's what I do to chickens. Chickens, I have found the one my mom has kept, and she's done it since I was like 9 years old. Chickens love a good little. I do that to the chickens. Your cat chirps. I love a cat who chirps. You're more get over here. My cat is so confused, left a nose smear on the screen. Oh, I'm sorry. Giving my cat a stroke. Sorry. We'll stop. Next question. Have I fear I might have asked this before. Stop me if I have. What movie did Lily Taylor research to play a possessed person in The Conjuring? Am I having deja vu, or is my brain creating a false memory of this? I think I've asked this before. Because our first round of trivia, I didn't have a theme for it. The last round was recent releases and like franchises of recent releases. Today is 2010's Paranormal. But I swear maybe in our first trivia night, I might have already asked that. I'm so sorry. Then you should know it. Honestly, maybe at the end of the year, I'll go through all the trivia questions I've asked this year and I will choose like maybe the most difficult ones and we'll see who's studied up. We'll see who remembers. That'll be a fun one. That'll be a fun one. You just say meow. I only say meow to cats if they meow at me first. I always speak back and I always try to mimic them exactly. I really try to speak their language. Yeah. Do you get cuteness aggression? I used to get it really, really bad as a kid. Really bad. The Haunting is a great guess, but no. It is The Exorcist. Damn, you guessed it so soon. Possession is good. She should have studied up that one. Exorcist, yes. Bridesmaids, so close. Exorcist, indeed. Yeah, everyone copies the subway scene. But no, I didn't come upon that in my research. So The Haunting is a good guess because that one did inspire James Wan. But yes, it is The Exorcist because, I mean, that's just... obviously, that's the ultimate. I swear I've asked that question before. I don't know. I'm so tipsy I missed the question. That's okay, King. Don't you worry about it. I've gotten too tipsy for words on live stream more times than I can count. So there's no judgment here, all right? Glass number 3. Hour and a half in, and I've only had 2 glasses of wine, and I'm already this tipsy. Should I be embarrassed? I don't know. I don't know. Thought she studied The Haunting. She is in the remake. I was going to create a question like that, but I haven't even seen The Haunting remake. So I'm like, what are the odds that all of you have seen The Haunting remake? Came out in 1999, I think. So I was like, nah. Okay. All right. True or false? This was the first James Wan directed film that didn't involve Lee Wan-el in any way. True or false? True or false? True or false? Oh, I'm not tipsy. My excuse is that it's almost 4 a.m. You're crazy. Are you in the UK? I don't know where you guys are from. I'm sorry. I can't remember things like that. Was the most CGI of any horror remake. I feel like I'm thinking of The Haunting of Hill House remake that came out in like 2001. Ugh, that one was ugly CGI. Okay. True or false? First James Wan directed film that didn't involve Lee Wan-el in any way. True, false, true, false, false. True, false, 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 false. I think it's dead silence. False death sentence? Fuck, that might be true. I have the answer as true, but honestly, you might be right. Death Sentence was this fun little thriller that James Wan did. It's not great by any means. I can't remember if hold on. Lee Wan-el Death Sentence. Let me double check this because I did get this fun fact from IMDb. So I'm going to double check. Death Sentence. No, Lee Wan-el was in the movie. Lee Wan-el starred in Death Sentence. Okay. Yep. He starred as the character Spink. So, yes, this is indeed true. The Conjuring, which is crazy because they got their start together with Saw and Insidious and everything else leading up to that all through the early 2000s and everything. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah, The Conjuring was the first movie James Wan made that did not involve Lee Wan-el. And that just doesn't seem right, does it? It seems like something Lee Wan-el would write, for sure. But James Wan, I think, is more sentimental with family than Lee Wan-el. I feel like that's sort of the biggest difference that I see in the work he did without Lee Wan-el. I don't know. What do you guys think? The Elm Street remake? Yeah, CGI. Yeah, boo. No, Lee Wan-el, I think, also wrote Dead Silence, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yeah, Kevin Bacon is in that one. That's crazy. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yep. Yep. IMDb isn't Tipsy. That's true. But sometimes you have to double check the info on there because I don't think that they have a real. I don't think their fact checking system is like super strict. So hard to type around the cat. Well, I've already stopped making the little noises, so I don't know how else I can help you, partner. Okay, next question. What is the highest rated film in the entire Conjuring franchise on Rotten Tomatoes? This might vary on Letterboxd, so this might not be universal, but what is the highest rated film in the Conjuring franchise on Rotten Tomatoes? Do. They are in many, many ways. In many, many ways. I don't know. I don't know who is he. I don't know who is he. Oh, that's one of your favorite action films? Oh, wow. I watched it when I was doing my James Wan deep dive, so I've seen everything James Wan has ever done, except for Aquaman 2. I did miss that one. But Death Sentence, I have seen. Oh, I only gave it 2.5 stars. Oh, no. But I watched it 2 years ago. I said movies that steadily get worse are so confusing to me. My bad. My bad, everybody. Okay, anyway. Yes, what is the highest rated film in the Conjuring franchise on Rotten Tomatoes? Conjuring 2, The Nun, the first one, Conjuring 2, Conjuring 2, Conjuring 2, Conjuring 2, Conjuring 2, The Conjuring Creation, Don't Let Me Do It, first one, Annabelle Comes Home, The Nun, the original. We got guesses all over the map today. It is the original Conjuring. I never would have guessed that because I'm pretty sure. I'm going to look on Letterboxd right now. I'm going to look on Letterboxd right goddamn now because I'm pretty sure. Okay, so the original has a 3.6 on Letterboxd. The Conjuring 2. Oh, clutch my pearls. The Conjuring 2 has a 3.4 on Letterboxd. Excuse me, that's news to me because in my comment section, I don't know if I've just attracted many like-minded individuals when it comes to the Conjuring franchise, but many of you have said to me that the Conjuring 2 is your favorite of the franchise, or at least your favorite of the Conjuring movies, and then Annabelle Creation is usually comes in second. So yeah, I would have guessed the Conjuring 2, absolutely, or Annabelle Creation, but it is the original. I don't know, like maybe it's because of just the spider's still there. Maybe it's just because of the newness, because it kicks things off and then critics, I don't know, lost interest or something by the second movie. Like I don't know. It's a pretty close second though. I think the original has like what does it have? The Conjuring has a why is it not coming up? 86%. And then I think the Conjuring 2 has an 80. Conjuring 2. Yeah, has an 80%. So they're pretty close. They're pretty close to each other. All right. So everybody relax. Everybody relax. I'm so surprised by that. I honestly can't believe that The Conjuring 2 is rated lower than the first one because unless my memory really is not serving, The Conjuring 2 is definitely better than the original. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. How many films are in the trivia today? It's almost 4 a.m. where I am. You're crazy. You are up late. So I only have 15 more questions for the night. But I've only asked like 17. So I'm going to be done in like 25 minutes probably. I try not to go longer than 2 hours, but no pressure. No pressure. It's all right. Okay. What is the lowest rated film in the Conjuring universe? Of the 9 films, what is the lowest rated? I bet this one's a little easier. No, I would have guessed wrong, actually. I would have guessed. The first one that comes to mind for me, I would have guessed wrong. So, And I agree completely. I think Valak Bonnie Aarons like brought something crazy new to the franchise and became the defining character of the franchise. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. She even shows up in Annabelle Creation. Valak has a cameo in Annabelle Creation. She shows up in a photograph of the sister watching the orphans. There's a picture of her with other nuns, and then she's like kind of in the background, and the guy is like, "Who's that?" She's kind of the defining entity of the franchise, if not the defining character. So, what is the worst rated? God damn, you guys are far away. You guys are nuts. Yes. Yep, I've definitely had spiders drop down from the ceiling. And when that happens, I grab the web. There's no need for like a cup and paper and capturing them. And they usually live more often when they do this. So I just like grab the web and they're just like floating there. And I'm like, oh, gotta take you outside. La Llorona, the Nun 2, the Nun. Oh my God. I have hiccups. Ugh. Okay, so great guesses. The Nun 2 or La Llorona would be my pick. I also think I would maybe guess the original Annabelle, which Nate did. The lowest rated movie of the Conjuring franchise is the first The Nun with a 24%. And honestly, how dare? How dare? That movie is so fucking funny. I love The Nun like I love The Bye Bye Man. Bye Bye Man is better, but I still love The Nun. I love it so much. They ruined the whole tone and everything and made it so goddamn serious for the second movie. And it has pretty cinematography. Cry me a river. The first Nun is so much fun. It's so fun. I might have to squeak in a watch along with you guys of The Nun because I love that movie so much. Actually, we might have already done that in the past. We actually might have already done that. I don't know. But no, for real. And you know, Scott always, his way to get hiccups to stop is to tell himself that they're not real. And that does not work for me. All you have to do is hold your breath. That's it. Resets your diaphragm. Just hold your breath. You don't need to stand on your head and drink water upside down. You don't need to eat peanut butter or whatever the hell else. You literally just need to hold your breath. See? Cured. Cured in like 10 seconds. You'd be correct. La Llorona, I'm just gonna like double check this just to be sure. I literally looked this up today, but I want to make sure. Okay. Conjuring movies ranked on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, I'll share my screen even. All right. So, yep, Conjuring is number 1, then The Conjuring 2, Annabelle Creation, this one is surprising to me. Like, I don't remember that one being good. And then Devil Made Me Do It, The Nun 2, Curse of La Llorona, Annabelle, and then The Nun. No. Like, no. I don't get it. I don't get it. But what are you gonna do? That is the world we live in. Yeah, I could definitely understand that. Why did it follow a white family? What? What? Yeah, Taissa Farmiga reheated the hell out of her sister's nachos in that movie. Put some respect on my girl's legacy, right? Yeah, that's one of the only roles of hers that I like, I think. I like her in American Horror Story Coven, kind of. Oh, you haven't? It's so fun. Oh my God. He does. And when I get hiccups, that he'll just be like, they're not real. And I'm like, stop. Oh, I love Linda Cardellini. Fair. Yeah, I think that I might like it more on a rewatch, is what I meant to say. I think I will. I think I will. But yeah, I rewatched it today and I was like, oh, I don't like this. And then all my mutuals on Letterboxd to give it like 3.5 or 4 stars. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a hater. I'm such a hater. Okay. True or false? James Wan directed a scene in Annabelle. Blah, blah, blah. 69 likes. Nice. Nice. I had a question with the number 69 in it earlier. How serendipitous. How beautiful. How beautiful. I gotta pick up the pace with my questions because it really has been a while. Here I was thinking that I didn't have enough questions for tonight, but I think our last Tipsy Tuesday, I was streaming for almost 3 hours. And I can't do that. I can't do that. I gotta go. I gotta eat dinner and stuff. Did you guys see on Instagram, I posted the shrimp tacos that I made? I kept my word and I made shrimp tacos and they were so good. Oh, were so good. And Scott had got this thing from Trader Joe's that was guacamole mixed with tomatillo. It was so fucking good. Oh my God, it was so good. So yeah, true or false? James Wan directed a scene in Annabelle. Boo bop boo, true, false. False, true, true, maybe. Betty produced one, false. Girl, I don't know. False, true, false, makes sense, true. It is true. I never knew that. I was today years old when I learned that. I'm sorry, I have like allergies, so my nose is really itchy. Oh! But yes, he did. It was the elevator scene. I don't know if you guys really remember Annabelle. It's a deeply forgettable movie. I rewatched it today and I don't even know. But he directed the elevator scene. So it's when she goes down to the basement to grab something or whatever, for whatever. And then she gets chased by some kind of entity and goes back up. So yes, he directed that scene, which I was not really paying attention to be quite honest. I was doing the trivia for tonight, but Annabelle is so boring. My God, can you really blame me? Watch Morgan Killer Doll instead. Thank you, thank you. I did, yeah. They were so good. Oh, do I chop them up? I don't. I actually don't, because they're not very big. When you cook them up, they're definitely bite-sized. So it works to just keep them whole and then you like eat one per bite and each of the tacos is like, 6 or 7 bites or something. Works. It works. Shame that. Shame that. No, I have not. What is it about? Is it good? Let me know. I'm a big reader. I'm currently reading Clown in a Cornfield, which I think I told you yesterday, but I did like the elevator scene. Now I know why. Yeah, makes sense, right? Best scene in the movie. Hey, imagine that. Best scene in the movie, yeah. Yep. And I'm realizing that, but the thing is, I'm like, were they to start? Because I used to love them, and we all did. I mean, the box office for The Conjuring is crazy. It's absolutely nuts. It's cuckoo bananas. So obviously, like a lot of us did love it. But now has the franchise become too repetitive? What's the problem? James Wan laid the groundwork for all of this, and then it became too cliche. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of a hater. It kind of sucks. But anywho, ooh, by the dude that wrote Beetlejuice, Southern Gothic horror. Ooh. Good movie to fall asleep to. I can't relate to this. I don't fall asleep when I watch movies. I have to be like piss drunk to fall asleep while watching a movie. That doesn't happen to me. And I'm so grandma vibes. I love that we don't have a TV in our bedroom actually at the moment. I love that we have a separate space for watching TV and then going to bed. Just makes me fall asleep better. So yeah, I don't really fall asleep when we're watching stuff. But maybe Skinamarink? Because there's very little dialogue? I don't know. Okay, who are the characters Mia and John named after in Annabelle? I will give you a hint if this one's too hard. So if you don't know, then just say hint in the chat. Yeah, it could be Paranormal Fatigue for sure. Oh, I'm glad that you loved it. Glad you loved it. Yeah, Weapons is great. Absolutely great. Want to do a challenge? What underrated horror movie should I watch? Oh. I've made some videos on underrated horror from the decades. So I'd recommend watching those. Night of the Creeps, I think, is painfully underrated. The Stuff, I think, is underrated. Those are both mid-80s cult classics. Triangle is still kind of underrated. I don't know. Sarah Hawkinson kind of blew that one up. Phoenix Forgotten, I really enjoy. If you like the Blair Witch Project, you would like Phoenix Forgotten. God damn, my nose is itchy. The fuck? It's fall. The deciduous trees in our neighborhood are starting to turn red and the leaves are falling, but I think it's getting to me. I have such a red nose. Okay. The Holdovers. That movie's pretty cozy. I can see that. Oh, you have a hard time falling asleep without the TV? When I get myself in a really good rhythm of like working out early in the morning, eating well, like doing a really hard workout, and then really expending my energy through the day, I fall asleep pretty well, like without any help. I read every night. I'll read for like a half hour every night. That helps. But if I don't do a good job during the day, then I have to listen to ASMR. So that's not that different from the TV, but I always like take out my AirPods before I actually fall asleep. Anyway. Oh, yes. Yes. Pharaoh Cassavetes. Indeed. Yep. Wow, you didn't even need a hint. Wow. The Changeling I still haven't seen. Yeah, Woman in Black is good. That one's really good. I wanted to put some questions from that on today's stream, but as you can see, it's already been almost 2 hours and I'm not through my only like 30 questions or whatever. So, yeah, they were named after Mia Farrow and John Cassavetes in Rosemary's Baby. My hint was going to be that it has to do with Rosemary's Baby. I think that would have probably made it too easy. So, yeah, I fucking love this stuff. It's so funny. It's so good. So good. My Bloody Valentine, kind of, yeah. Like, I love that movie. I've done a deep dive on it. I always sing its praises. Like, I love that movie, but it could be more loved. It could. Okay. All right. Which film from the Conjuring universe made the franchise break $1 billion in the box office? So, as the franchise is going along, which movie from the franchise made it break $1 billion at the box office? Which out of those 9 movies? How long did it take? Which one was it that finally got the whole franchise above the $1 billion mark? Oh, I was just sent this one on physical media. A little bit of a spoiler for next week's Friday video on the second channel. Huge mail unboxing. One of the biggest I've ever done. And that came in the mail. So I'm finally going to get to watch that. Repulsion. I don't think I've seen that. I do not think I've seen that. Let me see if it's on my list. Oh, by Roman Polanski, 1965. No, I have not seen this. All my mutuals rate it really well, though. Ugh. He's a director that, like, for historical context, I'm like, I need to get into his stuff, but, for obvious reasons, I kind of don't want to. But, oh. I just got an unexpected notification from a biological family member that I'm not sure if I have even met. So, can of worms opened. What are you gonna do? That's what I get. So yes, okay. So which film from the Conjuring universe made the franchise break $1 billion in the box office? Annabelle Creation, The Nun, Conjuring 1. You think the original Conjuring made $1 billion? No. Conjuring 3, Annabelle, The Nun. The answer is actually the first to put it in the chat, Annabelle Creation. That has not happened many times this evening, but yes, the first answer was the correct one, Annabelle Creation, which was it the 4th movie in the franchise? Hold on. I'm gonna double check. Just gonna double check. Conjuring franchise release order. Conjuring, Annabelle, Conjuring 2, then Annabelle Creation. So yes, only the 4th movie. By the 4th movie of the franchise, because all of them had made like a $250 million. Isn't that so nuts? Isn't that so nuts? Because I feel like at least the quality of the first 2 Insidious movies are better than the majority of the first 4 movies of the Conjuring franchise. Am I crazy? Minority opinion? I don't know. But yes, Annabelle Creation. Indeed. Indeed. Oh, The Ruins is totally underrated. One of the best horror books that I've ever read, by the way. And I read the book after watching the movie, and then I watched the movie again after reading the book, and they're pretty different. Like, it's worth doing both, and reading one or watching one before doing the other, does not ruin the experience. Like, it's great. Ruins is great. So good. $1 billion. Yep. Yep. Oh. I think his best movie is Malignant. I think, just according to my most recent Letterboxd reviews, according to that, my top James Wan movie would be either Saw or Insidious. But given these rewatches, who knows? Who's gonna know? Who knows? The comedy in Insidious brings down the quality for me. I prefer Conjuring 1 and 2. And what's crazy is, like, the comedy in the first 2 Insidious movies went triple platinum in the streets at the time. Okay, when I was 14, the movie theater, that was made for me. I thought they were so funny. And now I think the comedy is so dumb. It's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. Okay, next question. Of all 9 films, which movie from the Conjuring universe was the highest grossing? So we have talked about highest rated, lowest rated, which movie made the franchise break the $1 billion mark. Of all 9 films, which movie from the Conjuring universe was the highest grossing? And then also, I'll give you a half point if you guess the second place movie, because it's kind of unlikely. Kind of unlikely given what we know and what I've talked about today. You know what I'm going to do? No, I don't want to get up. I was going to say, I'm going to go blow my nose and maybe that'll make it stop itching. Maybe this hasn't happened to me on stream, I feel like, in years. I feel this used to happen all the time in my old house. Maybe it's just like the time of year. I don't know. It's annoying. I just have a little Rudolph nose. God damn it. Ugh. What the hell am I doing? What? Oh my god. I think that I rated it as, like, my favorite book that I read in 2023. I don't remember. I've only been ranking the horror books that I read, I think, since 2023. So I only have 2 of those videos, and I'm pretty sure it was 2023 that I read that book, because I don't think it was last year. It could have been. I don't know. But yeah, I gave it 5 stars. Like, I loved it so much. So much. Okay. Of all 9 films, which movie from the Conjuring universe was the highest grossing? Devil Made Me Do It, The Nun 3, The Conjuring 2, The Nun, The Conjuring, The Nun, Annabelle. And who said it first? Danny first again. God damn. Yeah, I was so surprised to learn that. I literally had to look at, like, the ranking on Box Office Mojo to double check, because I was like, that can't be right. But yeah, the original Conjuring is the highest grossing in the franchise. I would not have guessed that in a million years. I think that The Conjuring 2, and but I did say I'd give a half point for those that guessed the second place one correctly. The Nun, which the worst rated of the franchise, was the second highest grossing. And you know what? I remember it was a time when that movie came out. It was one of the most anticipated horror movies of my entire life. I was so excited for it. It was going to be so important to me because I loved The Conjuring 2 so much, and The Nun was the scariest thing, like the scariest entity that I had ever seen. I was so excited for The Nun. So, like, it does make sense to me. But then in retrospect, it seems crazy because nobody likes that movie. The lowest rated is the second highest grossing. I personally would have guessed The Conjuring 2. Just like I would have guessed that The Conjuring 2 was the highest rated on Letterboxd and on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb. A good guess, but no. I think The Conjuring 2 is the third highest grossing of the franchise though. Like I think they're pretty close together. One box office ranking. Conjuring franchise. I'm going to double check. So, okay, yeah. So it goes The Conjuring at 137 million, The Nun at 117 million, The Conjuring 2 at 102 million, and then Annabelle Creation was also 102 million. They have a difference of like $400,000 actually, so they were very, very close. Yeah. So Curse of La Llorona was only 54.7 million, and that's no surprise to me because I would have thought that was the lowest rated of the franchise, but whatever. So yeah. Interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff. I absolutely would have guessed, just because of like the cultural phenomenon of the original Conjuring. I just would have guessed that more people would have shown out for the second one. Like, why is Paranormal Activity 3 the highest rated of that franchise, but The Conjuring 2 is not the highest rated of that franchise? Like, it doesn't. Anyway. Anywho, okay. We got another true or false, all right? This one, well, actually, this one might not be easy, but true or false, you got a 50% chance. True or false, James Wan met his wife while making The Nun. True or false? I really got to quicken up the pace. I have 10 more questions. Fuck. Oh, you guys are so quick. You guys are so quick. I know. I thought it was The Nun too, and I don't really know how Box Office Mojo does it. Let me show you. So, lifetime gross, right? But then they separate it by the re-release. So I don't think that this is included in the original lifetime gross. I'm pretty sure. Not entirely sure how they do it. They re-released Annabelle earlier this year, right? Made 10K. So yeah. Because I thought that I remembered, and this must not be real. Like I must have made this up in my head or something. But I thought that I remembered that The Nun was the highest grossing of the franchise at the time that it came out. Like I thought that I remembered that, but it's not true. It's not true. All right. So true or false, James Wan met his wife while making The Nun. True, false, true, false, true. Very even mix on this one. False. Sounds so ridiculous. It has to be true. Didn't hear the question. True. It is true. He fell in love making The Nun with the Romanian actress Ingrid Bisu. Not sure if that's how it's pronounced. I'll be so honest with you. So yeah, they met when they were making The Nun, probably in 2017, if I had to guess. Then they were engaged of June of 2019, and they were married by the end of that year. Like, they moved pretty quick, and they're still together. Granted, it's only been like 6 or 7 years, maybe 8 since they met, you know? So we'll see if they stand the test of time, but they're still together to this day. So yeah, very fun. Okay. This one's super easy. So who's gonna have the fastest fingers in the West? All right, who's gonna do it? Is it wine time? It's been wine time. Oh my god. Scott just got home, I think, and he like opened and shut the front door, and it made my the bedroom door rattle. That scared me. I think alarm. I'm just gonna have to keep snoozing that. That's okay. Oh my god. He texted me 5 minutes ago, "Are you streaming?" And he sent me this horrifying picture. Scott, can you? I am streaming, to be honest with you, but where did you see? He just sent me this picture of a tarantula. Not right outside. It's right at the bottom of the stairs. Okay. He just said it's not right outside. It's at the bottom of the stairs. Okay. I mean, holy shit! I've only ever seen them hiking out here. That was just by our apartment. God damn. Thanks for sharing. He said you're welcome. God damn. Oh, and Scott, There's another tiny spider in our room. He said okay. Yeah, we'll get that later. He is, yeah. He seems very private with his life. I don't even know if he's on social media. But you guys already know. Yesterday we established I'm very behind on following horror icons on social media. So anyway, yeah, yep. No, it's not The Nun. But Bonnie Aarons is a bad bitch. I don't want to see anybody bad mouthing Bonnie Aarons. Absolutely not. Okay. All right, this one's really easy. This one's really, really easy. Okay. Sorry, we do have tarantulas in our area. Okay. Which movie is canonically the first of the Conjuring series? Because they come all out of order. It's prequels, it's sequels, they're all out of order. Which movie canonically is the first of the series? If that's outside, count me out, no question. It's not on our balcony or anything. It's down at the bottom of the stairs. That was a beautiful spider, though. That was a beautiful tarantula. Wow. It's so fuzzy. I would have a pet tarantula. Like I would enjoy cuddling with a little pet spider, like walking up my chest, like watching a little movie with a little fuzzy little spider. I would. It makes my like bee and wasp phobia all the more baffling because I'm pretty sure that a tarantula bite hurts as bad as a bee sting. But if it's domesticated and it's your pet, they can be like cute, like they can be nice. Anyway. No, he's not. No, he's not. We'll get it handled. We will. She's one of the most stunning people I've ever seen. I don't know if she like got her start in modeling or something, but I wouldn't be surprised. Stunning creature. She's a stunning creature. Anyway. Okay, yeah. So, which movie is canonically the first of the series? We've got The Nun, The Conjuring in Space, The Nun, Creation, The Nun, La Llorona, no clue. I love how every time you answer, it's just, girl, I don't fucking know. The Nun, The Nun, The Nun, The Nun, it is The Nun. It is The Nun. That was an easier one, okay? That is the Antichrist pretending she has watched every movie surrounded by tarantulas, like she's bullying anyone. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You'll never know. That's the thing. You'll never know. How to deal with 3 separate wasp nests outside my apartment balcony. Yeah, we have like trees surrounding our apartment. And I don't know if that's where the wasps come from, but I cannot tell you how many mud nests are just up in the crevices on the outside of our apartment. Fucking sucks. When we first moved in, there was a live wasp in our apartment. I could have died. I couldn't have died. I wouldn't have died, but if I got stung, I would swell up really, really bad for several weeks. And that's almost as bad. So, okay. All right. This one, again, it'll be fun to see what you guys guess because this is a little more niche. I wanted to make this a true or false, but I was like, I've done way too many true or falses this time. So, what medical issue did Vera Farmiga deal with after screaming too much while filming The Conjuring 2? You know what? I am gonna get up and blow my nose. I can't do this anymore. I don't want you to see my ugly shorts. So while you answer that question, and perhaps in a funny way for my benefit, I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm back. Okay, I'm back. You can tell that I've blown my nose because of the way that it is. Okay, so what medical issue did Vera Farmiga deal with after screaming too much while filming The Conjuring 2? Don't rage quit. Nobody's mad. It's all good. It's all in good fun. Nobody's keeping score. It's fine. I'll stick to dogs and cats. Yeah, I'm a cat girly at heart. So realistically, I could never have a spider because my cat would kill it. But anyway, anywho, strep throat, nose. Are you a pitch perfect girly? Foot fungus, gross. Dry eye, lymph nodes, laryngitis, swollen lymph node, tonsillitis, lymph nodes, laryngitis. The answer is indeed a swollen lymph node. I don't know, like on IMDb, it made it seem like it just was a single lymph node that ended up being swollen, but she was still being affected while she was doing the press for the Conjuring, for the Conjuring 2. So like I guess in interviews she probably revealed like I still have a swollen lymph node, like I'm fucked up. It's because I also kind of wanted to make this a question, but I was like, there was one scene where they had to do like 50 different takes, and not on some Stanley Kubrick shit, but like just from different angles getting coverage. 50 takes where she had to be screaming. So apparently that's what caused it. And no thank you. No thank you. Excuse me? Thank you. If this is indeed a tip. Ultimate question, when will Kylie do another PO unboxing? A PO box opening before Jesus Returns or George R.R. Martin finishes the next Game of Thrones book? I wish I was in on the joke for the second thing, but the answer is not this Friday, but next Friday. So in a week and a half, I will be doing my next mail unboxing, and it probably will be like another 8 months before I do my next one. But yeah, so it's a huge one. So much mail. Absolutely nuts. Oh yeah, Pitch Perfect is, it's one of those movies of my childhood, of my youth. When it first came out and it was available on digital when I was 14, I think, I bought the movie on iTunes and I just watched it on loop. I'd be watching it on my laptop, I would finish the movie and I would just start it again. I just had to be that girl. I just needed to know every line of dialogue and need a Pitch Perfect watch along, let's be honest. Should I stray outside of horror with the watch alongs? No, because no, there's so many franchises we haven't watched together yet, so I can't do that yet. I can't. I don't. I kind of have a cat back home in the sense that like I picked him out from the animal shelter, and he initially bonded with me before I had to like move away and like go back to college. And his name is Absinthe, and he's black, and he is just the sweetest little boy. But he really, really, really heavily bonded with my mom. When I go home and like he gets so excited to see me, and when I like pack up to leave, he will like lay on top of my suitcase to like stop me from packing and stuff. And like he's my little guy, but he's really my mom's. I don't have a cat right now. So sad. This Friday's video is the Iowa vlog. Nothing. Oh my God, snooze. Nothing emotional. It's not like nothing adoption related, but it is like the touristy side of things, just like the regular Iowa vlog. So that's coming out on the second channel. Okay, yeah. So it was a swollen lymph node. Next question. This is an easy one. Who's gonna have the quickest fingers? Okay. What song does Patrick Wilson perform in The Conjuring 2? Everybody knows. Everybody knows. I wonder if Scott is making food. Are you cooking? God damn. Oh, he texted me, am I streaming, because he was going to tell me to come down and look at the spider. Damn, I would have too. Oh, well. Oh, well. And then I'm like a little worried I'm not going to be posting enough content on this channel because I have banked so much content for the second channel. I have the next 6 videos for that channel already filmed and other ones planned. And I'm like, I'm really going to have to space that out because I can't be like, I want to try to put out like 6 videos a month, on this channel at least. But I don't know. I've got so much content coming on the second channel. It's kind of ludicrous. Anywho, yes. So what song? Some Elvis song. Yeah. Oh, would you rather battle trivia with Cody Leach or Possessed by Horror? Oh, definitely Sarah Hawkinson. No hate. She's a little bit more of a casual fan. I think that Cody Leach, we would be pretty evenly matched. He might whoop my ass. There's a chance. Sarah Hawkinson, no. She's more and I think she herself would say this, okay, no hate. I think she advocates for the more casual fans. Like she advocates for the people that have not seen every single movie of the Friday the 13th franchise or the Nightmare franchise. Like she only recently in like the last 2 years watched every movie of the Halloween franchise, you know what I mean? So she's more casual. She's a lot more casual. So if I want to win, I want to play against her. I want more of an even match and more of a challenge, I would say Cody Leach. I hope that answers. No, close. Ryan, yep. Can't Help Falling in Love. You were the first. But yes, Can't Help Falling in Love. Yeah. Never seen it. Oh my God. 3 minutes of improvised yodeling. I wish. Could you imagine how fucking funny? It'd be so funny. Tell me you're cooking. No, I cooked last night. I made the shrimp tacos last night. It's his turn to cook. It's his turn to cook. He makes really good tacos. Actually, he's getting a lot better at cooking. He cooks for me. Spooky Astronauts. I actually, like, I'm not intimately familiar enough with her content, but there is a good chance she would wipe the floor with every single one of us. I think that she, out of the 4 of us, like me, Cody Leach, Sarah, Emma, I think she's the oldest. She went to film school. She's been a horror fan the longest. So she probably would win. Yeah. Anywho, so yeah, that was an easy one. I think Ryan was the first to put it in the chat. Next up, we only have 3, 4, 5. We only have 6 more questions. I'm trying to speed things along. True or false? This is a true or false. Easy peasy. Okay. True or false? The actress playing Janet in The Conjuring 2 grew up in Enfield, where the real Warren case took place. I'll put it in the chat because that's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like a wordy question. Okay. True or false? Janet actress grew up in England. Okay. That's class number 3. That's done. It's been over 2 hours. Over 2 hours, 3 glasses of wine. And it's 13.5. It's a moderately percentaged wine. It's nothing crazy. It's not like it's 15 or something, but that's a good amount of alcohol for yours truly. To be honest. Imagine. This is my job. So crazy. But you know what? We've not had an update to the Famished GoFundMe in quite a while. And I really can't blame you guys because this is like such an uncertain time. Like I see it with like Scott's job, with my dad's job. Like they're both in business. I see it like Scott's dad. Like nobody can really like financially plan for their future right now. So I really do not blame any of you all for not donating. Like if you need to hold on to every last dollar, like I completely feel you. So I might be like re-strategizing in terms of fundraising for Famished. We'll see. I don't know. My dad's in business. Maybe I'll get super lucky and somewhere in the network there is someone who is like a patron of the arts that would be like, yeah, I'll do, I'd love an executive producer credit if I chip in a couple $1,000s or something. Like, I might have to get more resourceful, if you will. But yeah, crazy times. Can't blame you. So yeah, true or false? The actress playing Janet in The Conjuring 2 grew up in Enfield, where the real case took place. We've got Emma would vaporize all of us. Yeah, probably. True. Who? False. I don't give a fuck. You 2 are killing me tonight. True. The answer is false. The answer is false. I was gagged when I learned this, and I know that this came up either on a stream or in a video at some point. The actress who played Janet is American. She's American. She grew up in New Orleans. Can you even believe her British accent is so good? We are all rewatching the movie together on Monday. And so we'll really, we'll be inspecting, but I never would have guessed that. I never would have guessed. Why sometimes are child actors the most talented actors of all time? Like 100%, I thought she was British. That's so insane. You know what? I could do a really good British accent when I was a kid because I was obsessed with Harry Potter. I'm okay at it now. Like, I'm okay. I do get comments from British people when I slip into the British accent. They're like, oh my God, like, you're so good. But anyway, I never would have clocked that. Insane. Absolutely insane. All right, we are now moving on to Sinister. Sinister, I feel like, has fallen off a little bit. There are only two Sinister movies. The second one was bad, and they kind of squandered the franchise potential. But the first one has fucking Ethan Hawke. Like, it's iconic. And came out in 2012, so early, or 2010s paranormal. Okay. All right. So, in Sinister, what real-life horror occurred when the stuntmen were hanged from the tree? If you recall, let me catch you up. There are the snuff films where there is the whole family hanging from the tree, and this was all stuntmen, of course. What real-life horror occurred when they were shooting that scene? Again, funny guesses are welcome. Put bullshit in the chat for all I care. Scott is cooking. Okay. Be out in 10-ish. Still have 4 more questions. These Tipsy Tuesday trivia nights are always the longest, I swear. Is it? I feel like standard for women is like 4 drinks. I've had 3. I don't know. Right? Isn't it 4? I'm on the standard right now, but it's kind of a lot for me. Like we're definitely getting to we're entering drunk land. Definitely. Spider's still there. It's just hanging out. It's just a real little guy. Oh, snooze again. Takes a pull off the vodka. The bottle of vodka. God damn. You're crazy. I almost didn't go to Trader Joe's today. I almost was like, we have vodka, like I'll make a mixed drink. But then I was like, no, I'm not that kind of girl. Sometimes when there are a lot of donations, though, to the GoFundMe, I will take shots. I will do that. Yeah, I will. Yeah, because kids are authentic. Yeah, real. It is a Tuesday, isn't it? It is. Oh, have a good night. Have a good night. Okay. I don't know the answer, but Ethan Hawke is pretty valid response. Yeah, the harness broke and the stuntman almost got hanged. Yeah, so the harness broke and it went up around his neck. And needless to say, after that, the stunt coordinator was soon fired immediately after that, which, like, excuse me, I am not experienced in the world of stunts, so I might be way off base here, but I kind of feel like that's crazy. Like, I don't know if the stunt coordinator themselves is in charge of looking at all the equipment and making sure it's secure and safe. I don't know if that's on the stunt coordinator, because in my experience, like, on the first movie I PA'd on, the stunt coordinator just, like, choreographed everything. Like, I don't think they were in charge of, like, making sure that all the props were secure and all of that. But yeah, so the stunt coordinator got fired after that, which is, I don't know, you always need somebody to blame. I don't know. But yeah, crazy. Watch this suddenly get super dark. Nobody died. Everybody was okay. It was fine. Somebody got fired, which, like, oh, but everyone was okay. It was okay. Thank you. Where did you get the Netflix Babysitters Blu-ray? Somebody sent it to me, and I'm almost positive it's not a legitimate physical media release, but if the Blu-ray plays, I'm gonna keep it, to be honest. I am not going to finish the bottle. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. There's like at least 1.5 glasses in here, and this is a full glass right here. There's no way. There's no way. Film is cursed. I don't have any other fun facts related to like any real life horror stories though on that set, so I don't know. Okay, next question. What early 2000s horror movie gave Robert C. Cargill the nightmare that inspired the script for Sinister? That one is also very wordy. I'm going to put it in the chat. I do apologize. That's too many words, too many things to keep track of. No. No. And he was okay. He was okay. Like, even in like the in the fun facts and stuff, it didn't even say like he got seriously injured or anything. I think he was okay. I think he was okay. How do you guys know this so fast? You put this in before I even got the thing in the chat. God damn, was that common knowledge? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Hell. You guys are so smart. Okay. Next question then. We will move on quickly. Only 3 more today. All right. True or false? We got a true or false. Oh my God. You had no clue. You just guessed. And you just happened to guess the ring. That's crazy. You're crazy. Okay. True or false? Ethan Hawke wanted to see the snuff films prior to filming to craft his reactions. Should I put it in the chat again? Is this wordy or am I just intoxicated? I don't know. No, it wasn't common knowledge. That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know that. I was today years old doing my research when I learned that. So, yeah. Okay. So, you guys are quick. True or false? Ethan Hawke wanted to see the snuff films prior to filming to craft his reaction. True. False. What? True. False. False. Honestly, just really like the ring and went for it. That was, I mean, your intuition is great. The answer is false. They recorded his initial reactions for the movie. Kind of unbelievable. But also kind of believable. Ethan Hawke is he my favorite actor of all time? Everything that I learn about him makes me like him more. If you listen to his interview on the Smart List podcast, I feel like you get a really good kind of glimpse of him and who he is. And I just really like him. Like, of course, he was like, no, get my raw reactions for the film, you know? Yeah, good stuff. I feel like it's something he would have done though, right? Because he's such a good fucking actor and he's so classy. Like I could absolutely see him, but I made that up. I lied. I made it up. Yeah, but I definitely could see him like requesting the footage and like wanting to really study it and like do the work, put the work in before shooting it. But no, they got his initial reactions. Okay. This next question is really obscure. This is kind of the worst question of the day. Which character in the movie was played by a former Republican senator? Here's a hint. This guy also tried to get the bid to run for fucking president. Which character? You don't need to know his name. It's not important. It's really not important. There aren't that many characters in the movie. Yeah, which character in the movie was played by a former Republican senator? So weird. One of the weirdest fun facts I learned today. But the more you know. Oh, and by the way, when I say snuff film, I mean, they weren't literally snuff films. It's the Super 8 films that were shot for the movie. So when the children are killing the families and stuff, that's what I'm referring to. So Ethan Hawke is the only man I'd go straight for. In it, yeah. Dead Poet Society, he will always be father. Real. He's been around for a long time. And he's evolved so much over the years. Like, he's a child actor who's really really transcended that. Like, I don't think anybody thinks of Ethan Hawke as the child actor that he stepped out onto the scene as, even though it's such a famous movie. And Dead Poet Society, by the way, Carpe Diem. Boom. Boom. Okay, what did I say? Oh yeah. Yes, which character in the movie was played by a former Republican senator? Say an older guy in the movie, close enough. The sheriff, Trump, the cop, the youngest girl that kills her parents. Bernie Sanders, the sheriff, the bagul, the sheriff. Yes, so the answer is the cop. Like, of course. Like, of course. His name is Fred Thompson. I can't believe he also tried to get the GOP bid to run for president. Yeah, a little bit of a reverse. You know, we have Arnold, who became the California governor, but here we have the reverse, a Republican senator, Fred Thompson, who then played the cop in Sinister. Weird. I don't even remember what he looks like. I don't remember at all. So, whatever. Okay. Last question of the day. All right, everybody. Sinister, Insidious, and The Conjuring all made the list of top 5 scariest movies of all time, according to science. What order do they fall in from scariest to least scariest? So those 3 movies, they're in the top 5. What order do they rank in terms of scariest of all time? Snoozing again. This is the last question of the day. I feel like it really encompasses 2010s paranormal horror, because Sinister, Insidious, and The Conjuring, and that's so impressive. Like, imagine being James Wan and you directed 2 of them. 2 of the top 5 scariest horror movies of all time, according to science, and it was measured via, like, people's blood pressure during the movie. They literally, like, had cuffs on people to measure it during the movies. So yes, can anyone guess the order, starting at number 1, the scariest to the least in the top 5? Teeth, I remember watching in college and, like, not getting the vibe. I feel like I would like it now. Yeah. Ronald Reagan was an actor. Fuck that guy. Wow. Okay, all right. Guesses are coming in. We've got Sinister, Conjuring, Insidious, Sinister, Conjuring, Insidious, Sinister, Sinister, Insidious, Conjuring. Sinister is the scariest, then Conjuring, then Insidious, Insidious, Sinister, Conjuring, Sinister, Conjuring, Insidious. The answer is Sinister is the number 1. It sits at number 1, the scariest horror movie of all time. And then at number 4 on the list is Insidious. Then at number 5 is The Conjuring. So it does indeed go Sinister, considering Sinister, Insidious, and The Conjuring. Excuse me. Yeah, Host is number 2 on the list. And then, wait, let me look up what the other one is. Scariest horror movies of all time, according to science. And wait, where did the list go? Where did I find this? Oh yeah, okay. So it goes Sinister, Host, which is okay. Then Skinamarink, Insidious, The Conjuring, and then 6 through 10 we have got Hereditary, Smile, The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Wow. Hell House LLC makes sense, and then Talk to Me. Yeah. Oh, then The Descent, Conjuring 2, It Follows, Dark and the Wicked. I don't even think I've seen that. Then Paranormal Activity, The Babadook, Quiet Place Part 2. Oh, there's no fucking way. Okay, I'm done with this list. But yeah, that's Incendiary. Close. The ranking is based on people's heart rate during the movie. So the movies that got people's blood pumping the most. Yeah, Sinister is number 1. Yeah, so that concludes our trivia night on 2010's paranormal horror. very like specific kind of niche category and yet extremely popular. So you guys did really, really well tonight. Thank you guys for joining. The next Tipsy Tuesday trivia night will probably be in September, maybe like 3 weeks from now, perhaps. Yeah, because I feel like I slacked a little bit between the last trivia night and now. Let me know any suggestions you have in the comments down below for, you know, what the theme should be. I am all ears. We still have so much ground to cover. So whatever you guys want to do, I am all ears. I'm all for it. We do have this one I themed obviously because the new Conjuring is coming out. I'm trying to think if any other franchise movies are coming out this year. I can't think of any. So maybe we can think of something a little bit more unique to do for next time. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I hope that you have a great night. I need to go and eat some tacos. So I'll see you tomorrow when I start playing Scanner Somber. Have a great night. Bye.